Hello. In day 13 we are going to learn design of RCC structure, that is G plus 5 structure as per IS 456. Before going to design, we have to define the design factors like FC, FYLD and then cover. So we learn till the process of analysis. Once we done the analysis, we have to design it so that we get to know what is the bars we have to use, what is the diameter of the part, what is the cover, everything we have to do, and then we can do the design. Here you can see FC is nothing but compressive strength of the concrete, is nothing but grade of the concrete. It starts from M5, M10, M15, 20, 25, 30, etc. like this. But for the superstructure we use minimum grade of M30. That will be the strength of the concrete, 30. FYLD is nothing but yield strength of the steel. We normally go ahead with FE 415, 500 like that. And then cover for the column is 40 mm. Cover for the beam is 20 to 25 mm. Cover for the slab is 15 to 20 mm. So here you can see clear cover, that is the distance between the concrete and then bar. We know that as per the IS code, for the rectangular square column we place normal minimum 4 rods, and for circular the minimum reinforcement is 6. So let's do the same thing in the STAAD now. Here you can see I open the STAAD Pro. I am going to create the new project. For that new project, here I am clicking on the new project, click on the space, give the name RCC design or whatever the name you can give, meter, kilonewton. Next, add beam method, finish. Go to the grid customization, keep the grid in exact plane. Now either I draw the center line distance or center line layout, or else for the practice purpose we have the by default frame structures. For that you click on the geometry and then click on the run structure wizard. Next, here we have truss models, frame models. Depending on your requirement, you can click over the option. I just want to take the bay frame. I just drag it and place it here. And then if you want to customize the length is nothing but the overall length of the building, 12 meter, height of the building is 12 meter, width is 12 meter, like that. And how much spacing you want, like that. 4 stories I want to keep along the height or y direction. Apply. So this is a length, this is width and this is height. So I just want to place this structure on the grid. For that I am just closing it here. Now it will ask, would you like to transfer or merge this prototype into the STAAD Pro? Say yes. Next, I want to keep this exactly over the origin, so that's why I don't want to give any coordinate value. If you want to go ahead with a particular height, then you can go and then give the coordinates of x, y and then z. Click on OK simply. Now the geometry is ready. Just off the grid option. Go to the 3D model to check the model. And if you want to confirm the height, width and then length, then we have the display node to node distance option. So this is how is the total width, total height, everything. Next, even you just confirm room to room, that is 3 by 3 like this. I want to remove this. Done. Now if I want to add this slab also, what I do is now just go to the front view. With the help of beam cursor, select only the bottom floor beams or top floor beams, anything. Go to 3D. Now I go to view and then say view selected object only. Done. Go to geometry, add a plate, quadrilateral plate, and then I am going to add it for each room. Once I add the plate, with the help of plate cursor, I select the plate and I use translation repeat about x direction. I want it into 3 steps and minimum spacing is 3 and OK. Like this way you get the plate. Again I select this one. Translation repeat about that direction, 1, 2, 3 steps. Spacing is 3 meter and OK. So once you done with the first floor of this slab, now what I do is I click on the shortcut, that is display whole structure. or else you can go with the view and then say whole structure. By using the plate cursor, I am just selecting the plate itself so that I can copy it in y direction. Translation repeat about y direction, minimum story 1, 2, 3 that you can give, and floor to floor distance is 3 meter, and OK. And then go to rendered view and then confirm whether you got the plate or not for the each floor. Now the geometry is ready with the columns, beams and then plate, slab you can say. Go to the general and then define the property, define rectangle. I want to define 0.3 for the column and then 0.3 for beam. Select only the beams because I selected beam property here. Beams parallel to X. Select beams parallel to Z and then assign. Select the column property. Go to the select beams parallel to Y and then assign. For the slab or plate, I just click on the thickness option and then 0.15, that is 6 inch. Add and close. With the help of plate cursor, select all the plates and then assign to the plate. Done. Now I done with the property. Go to the support. Click on the front. With the help of node cursor, I am going to select all the bottom nodes and then assign. Next, in the load and definition, we already gone through it, that how to apply the dead load, wind load, seismic load, wall load and live load. So now I am just going with live load now, or dead load. First, we have to add the dead load, that is self weight of the structure. Add and close. Add. Nodal load, add and close. This one assign to view, assign, yes. Next live load, that will be 3 kilonewton. If it is residential, then go ahead with the 2 or 3 kilonewton. If it is commercial, then you can go ahead with 5 kilonewton, or else you can go ahead with the each room, that is imposed load. We already learned that according to the IS code. If the structure is a combination of two-way and one-way, then you have to apply the live load separately, how much slab you have, because for the each range is changed. But here this is the only combination of two-way, so that's why you can go ahead with the minimum and maximum range. Again I click on the load case details, live, LL, add and close. Next, in the dead load itself, you can add the main wall load, parapet wall load. Already told you in the last video, you can go ahead how to apply those things. Next, in the floor load, I want to apply -3 kilonewton and I want to give the minimum range with the help of node cursor 030, that is Y minimum is 3. Next, opposite corner to get the maximum coordinate is 12, 12, 12. In all X, Y, Z, I am going to put the maximum range of 12. If it is one way, then you click on the one way. If it is not one way, then you can go ahead without clicking on the one way distribution. Add and close. Confirm. Like this way. Even if it is coming under the seismic zone, then you can apply the seismic zone. If it is G+5 stories or more than, higher than 5 stories, then obviously we apply the wind analysis. If it is the ground terrain height is higher than the normal ground level, then also we can apply. Next, same way, I just apply the combination. For that auto load combination also you can go ahead, or else define combination also you can go ahead. So we have only two category, that is dead load and live load. So I go ahead with the 1.5 combination. Done. Next, analysis, all, add, close. Next, command analysis, perform analysis, all, OK. Analyze, run analyze, save. Make sure you should have a 0 errors and then click on the view output file to get the theoretical output, and then click on post processing mode to get the graphical result. Once I done, select all the load cases on which load you want to check the results. Check the reactions, plate stress, that is maximum stress. The next animation you can check, Next, again I am clicking on the beam and double click on any beam or column. Here you can see we have the geometry detail, property detail, loading detail, that is self weight and live load, shear bending result and deflection. We don't get any design output because not yet we designed this structure. For that, once you done with the analysis, then again you click on the modeling. Here is a design option, there is a fifth option, last option you can see in the stat flow. Click on the design. Then next you have to decide if it is truss, tower, steel, then you can go ahead with the steel option. If it is concrete structure, RCC structure, then make sure you are clicking on the concrete. If it is timber or aluminum, then you can go ahead. If it is a shear wall, then you click on the shear wall option. Now the structure is concrete. Make sure you click on the concrete option. And I already told you we have to define the design parameters. For the concrete design we use IS 456. Confirm that whether you have the IS 456 or not. If not, then you just select. Next we have to select the parameters like SC, FY and clear. Now the structure is a combination of beams, columns and then slab. As I already told you in the start, we don't get any design details related to the slab. Only we get the design parameters related to beam and then column. Let's check now. Select parameters. You will get the dialog box, that is available parameters to the selected parameters. I don't want to apply all these factors. For that I am just adding it back to the available parameters. I want to apply the clear cover for the beam, column and then slab. Going to add it. Next, compressive strength of the concrete, add it. Fy main is nothing but yield strength of main reinforcement, add it. Next, even you can add the secondary reinforcement, then you can go ahead with the Fy secondary, maximum bar, minimum bar, like that. So I just want to add one more, that is R face. As I already told you, for the square or rectangle cross sections, minimum reinforcement is 4 and for circular it is 6. So we have to check whether the bar arrangement is according to IS code or not. For that we have to add this factor, that is R face, arrangement of reinforcement. These 4 things are compulsory while designing any type of RCC structure. Then click on OK. Whatever the parameters we added, we have to define that. We have to put the value related to that. For that I am going to click on the define parameter. This is the second method. Next, clear. You have to add the 3 clear cover for the columns, beams and then slab. Already told you 40 mm is nothing but 0.04 for the column. We have to put it in meter. That's why convert any unit in meter and then put the value. So I am going to add the clear cover for the column, that is 0.04, add. For the beam I want to add 25 mm, then convert that into meter is nothing but 0.025, add. For slab I want to add the clear cover 0.015 and add. Like this way we have to add the clear cover. Next, come to the FC, that is the compressive strength of the concrete is nothing but M30, M35, 40. For the superstructure minimum grade of the concrete we use M30. For that make sure 30 into 1000 we have to do to convert it into kilonewton and add. Next, Fy main, yield strength of the main reinforcement steel 415, 500, like that, 415 into 1000 and then add. Next, R face, make sure you have a longitudinal reinforcement in column along the 4 faces, add and close. Whatever the factors we added that are the visible in the question mark, means we have to apply this to our structure. This is 40 mm means apply it for the column, beams parallel to Y and apply. So that software consider these beams are the columns. These are the beam clear cover. Select beams parallel to X. Select beams parallel to Z and then assign yes. slab with the help of plate cursor. I want to select the plate, assign, yes. Next, FC, FY main RFace are the whole view. So make sure you click on the assign to view option. Because same grade and same, I'm going to apply for the whole building like this. Next, we have to say to the software that design the column separately, beam separately according to the IS code. Click over the command and then say design beam, add, design column, add, design slab, add, and the next take up, add and close. Scroll down. For the beam we have to apply select beams parallel to X, select beams parallel to Z and then assign. Column, select beams parallel to Y, those are the column. Element is nothing but with the help of plate cursor select it to the plate. Done. So once I done, again I click on the analysis, all, add, close. Command, analysis, perform analysis, all, okay. Analyze, run, analyze, save. Make sure you should have a 0 errors and then go to the post processing mode. Even if I go ahead with the output file, you can check the dead load and the design results. See here, top reinforcement, bottom reinforcement and shear reinforcement. Okay, so everything you get here. For the graphical output, I just click on the post processing mode and then check the reactions, bending moment and all the stuff. And then now I just click on any one of the column or beam, double click it, go to the concrete design, and then these 4 bars you can see here is 415 is the steel, FC 30, and then area of the steel is 118, percentage, bar size is 12 mm diameter and bar number is 4. So like this way you get the design details. When I double click on the beam, so I get to know the beam details like this. So if you want to print this beam wise, then you just double click on the particular beam and then you can just directly click on the print beam option and then you get the. To check the slab result, you just take the plate cursor and then you can go ahead with the maximum absolute stress and then have a look. But when I double click on any beam like this, I don't get any design parameters that how many bars we have to use, main, reinforcement, distribution bar like that. As I already told you in the stat view, you don't get any results related to slab. Here you can see geometry, property, constraint, center stresses for the dead load and then live load, and for the combination you will get the value only. So this is how we can design the beam and then column, not for the slab. In the next video we learn the other things. Thank you.